Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's video, we are going to be doing something a little bit different on the channel. I know I frequently feature spicier Pokemon, but I do often get comments asking HomeSlice, what team should I use if I'm trying to rank up or push for Legend this season? So for this video, I'll be showcasing two strong Open Ultra teams that I believe can help you climb the ranks. Now, why do I believe they can help you climb the ranks? Because these two teams helped viewers of mine hit the Legend rank, so we're actually going to be taking a look at their Legend sets. So to start off with, we are taking a look at Alright Rai, who hit Legend for the first time this season, his Legend set using a team consisting of Melmetal, Dragon Tail Milotic Safe Swap, and a Dragon Breath Giratina altered. In the first match, picking up an amazing lead versus a Talonflame. Talonflame is something that this team absolutely loves to see, as all three Pokemon do have very nice matchups against it. So you can see here, he is going to be able to force the second shield with the Rock Slide, and if he switches now, he can defer the Incinerate. Very nicely done, able to defer the Incinerate onto the Milotic and preserve a nice amount of health on the Melmetal. Unfortunately, does get baited, and a Cresselia counter swaps into the Milotic. Even if it has Grass Knot, which it does, Milotic has an incredible stat product, so it can survive one Grass Knot comfortably, and the Cresselia will be forced to throw a second move. They're not going to be able to Psycho Cut down. Able to get to a second Surf, and my hope is the threat of a third Surf will force them to throw, and they do. That's perfect, because since health was saved on the Melmetal, you can bring the Melmetal back in and no one move KOs at this range from Cresselia, so Melmetal's in a pretty comfortable position where it can overfarm. And the opponent tries to catch a Rock Slide onto Scrafty, and instead, they're going to catch a Superpower to the face, and now switching into the Dragon Breath Giratina. Despite the fact that Scrafty does have the type advantage over Giratina, Dragon Breath really adds up. As you can see, carefully over-farming here and throwing right before they reach another foul play. And if the Cresselia comes back in, due to that over-farm, the Giratina will be able to outpace the Cresselia. Absolutely textbook energy management here. This Dragon Claw should come very close to KOing. One more Dragon Breath takes them out, and the opponent sees the writing on the wall and concedes the match. So starting off in the 2970s, we'll need a 4-1 to hit Legend, and one battle down, one win completed. Hopping into the next match, Melmetal into a Purified Lapras. This is a nice lead for Melmetal, so my guess is we may see the Lapras throw a Surf, and then we may see them Safe Swap. Opting not to throw into the Lapras, I might have recommended throwing the Rock Slide on CMP to get some damage off, but choosing to save the energy, and the opponent Safe Swaps into a Cresselia. Now, I'll be honest, Cresselia Safe Swap is a little tough for this team, as you don't necessarily have a clear-cut answer. So, what Rai does in this situation is he is going to chip it with Rock Slides. Looks like he's going to take a move. Then my guess is, after getting that damage off, then we will see him bring in the Giratina. His Dragon Breath doesn't have as good of a matchup as Shadow Claw does versus Cresselia, but the nice thing about Giratina, it's incredibly bulky. It can tank a Moonblast, doesn't even do half, and will be able to hit back with a super effective Shadow Sneak. And that should put it into farm down range for Dragon Breath, able to farm down. So the nice thing is he has one switch advantage, and shields are still even, but unfortunately their switch clocks are misaligned, but this Dragon Claw will help, and if the Lapras commits to the farm down, which it looks like they're doing, this second Dragon Claw will make sure that his switch timer is up, so then he's in a pretty comfortable position here. This Lapras has a ton of energy. This is going to be tough. Brings in the Milotic. What an incredibly smart decision there, because all moves from Lapras in Open Ultra are resisted by Milotic. They have a Togekiss in the back, so this team is incredibly weak to Melmetal. Now going for the back-to-back Rock Slides. They get the shield on the first one. If they get the shield for the second one, Milotic has Blizzard, and Blizzard will take it out, able to get both shields, and now Milotic with two shields versus the world. Shielding up the Ancient Power, have to hope for no boost. It's no boost. It's going to be a race. Can they get to the Blizzard before the next Ancient Power? They're able to do so. Blizzard is going to be absolutely demolishing this Togekiss. Get out of here, but Lapras has energy. This is going to be a race to see who can get to the Surf first. All right, it's going to take Milotic 4, and Milotic able to win the CMP tie. Milotic able to close the match strong. And Alright Rai is now 2-0, 2 wins away from Legend. All right, hopping into the next match. When you're this close to Legend, the nerves can really start to kick in. Up against the Legend in Sage Shadows, picking up a fantastic lead versus Charizard. And it's Dragon Breath, that's even better. He overfarms past 5, just in case the opponent was trying to catch, and now going straight for the Rock Slide here, and lands the Rock Slide, what the heck? And now just overfarming, and the opponent has a Talonflame in the back. The opponent probably thinks they caught the superpower. They did not. Brings in the Milotic, and the opponent concedes the match. So the opponent was triple weak to Melmetal. Oh my goodness. And now just one win away from Legend. Oh my goodness. He does have 2 chances at it. So even if he doesn't win this one, he has the 5th game. And now there's queue times, of course. When the nerves are riding high, when you're getting anxious, that's when the queue times hit against Purple Potato 007, the Gatekeeper. The good news is this is looking like a really nice lead in Talonflame. Again, going to be able to force a shield with the Rock Slide, and my guess is we will see the Talonflame fire back with the Flame Charge right away, which they do, and Melmetal definitely needs to commit a shield here. That makes quite a bit of sense. And now, safe swapping into Milotic earlier than before, and out comes a Shadow Abomasnow. Now, the opponent waited a bit, so Milotic with an energy lead may be able to get to this Blizzard, and Milotic, able to survive that Shadow Energy Ball, gets off the Blizzard. Does he know? He does not. Get out of here, Abomasnow. Oh my goodness. The issue is Talonflame is absolutely loaded on energy. I think you have to bring in the Giratina here and just soak some damage. The Talonflame is at 100 energy, so they'll be able to throw a Brave Bird, throw one more Incinerate, and get to a second Brave Bird. Oh, this is really not ideal. Has to shield it up. My guess is the Talonflame, yep, switches right away before the Giratina can get to a move. Very well played by the opponent. Throws the Dragon Claw, gets the shield, and now switches into the Melmetal. And Melmetal's job now is to spam out as many Rock Slides as possible, maybe in the hope of potentially stalling out the clock. Rock Slide number 2 comes through. Unfortunately, these Thunder Shocks do absolutely nothing to Giratina, and will need to land 2 Rock Slides more. How the opposing Giratina wins this match is if they can Shadow Claw down and leave with 2 Dragon Claws, then they are going to be able to win. And unfortunately, it looks like that's going to be the case, as not able to Thunder Shock down, and I believe the Giratina from the opposing team should have the 2 Dragon Claws needed, as they survive 1. And there's the second. So on a win and in game, not quite able to get the win. So it all comes down to game number 5. Oh my goodness, the nerves have to be high on this one. And it's against another expert. Although the lead is amazing in Alolan Ninetales, the opponent safe swaps into a Shadow Snorlax. Now, this could be a pretty good matchup for Milotic, as he's matching his bulk against the opponent's, but the Snorlax does have a slight energy lead, and Shadow Snorlax can flip a lot of matchups with an energy lead. Going straight for the Surf, that lands, that does do a nice amount of damage, and these Dragon Tails really add up as well. Opting to commit the shield, recognizing that switch advantage in this game is everything. If the Alolan Ninetales gets lined up with his Dragon Breath Giratina, this game will be over. So Milotic's job as the Snorlax shields is whatever it takes. Double shield, you have to keep switch advantage. As you can see, instant shield by Rai there. He knows exactly what he has to do, and he's able to preserve switch advantage, which is absolutely massive in this game. Now, this is a Powder Snow Alolan Ninetales. They're going to have a very tough time farming down with resisted Powder Snows against the incredibly bulky Milotic. Milotic is spamming out these Surfs, and they are really adding up on the bulky Ninetales. Can he get to another one? And the opponent gets worried and throws. That is very nice. Oh, things are looking good. And now able to bring in the Melmetal, and the opponent has a Politoed. But the question is, what nuke move does the Politoed have? Brings in the Giratina. You really have to hope they don't have Blizzard, but they built up to it. Are they just trying to psych him out? Moment of truth. And it's a Blizzard. Fortunately, it's the non-Shadow Politoed, so Blizzard only does about 3/4 of health, so it doesn't KO, which is nice. But man, this is rough. This is not another Blizzard. This is just a Weather Ball, and I believe this is a mistake by the Politoed, unless they're trying to burn their Switch Clock so they can snipe with the Alolan Ninetales, maybe? as there comes the Alolan Ninetales, but unfortunately this will not save the opponent either, as Melmetal has an incredibly commanding matchup over the Alolan Ninetales. The Melmetal just has to build to 2 Rock Slides here, one for the Alolan Ninetales, one for the Politoed, and they are going to be able to win this game. Even though Dazzling Gleam hurts, they're still outside of Weather Ball range. Weather Ball will not KO here, and he's just 1 Thunder Shock away from the back-to-back, able to get to the back-to-back moves there. First one is going to take out the Ninetales, and second one takes out the Politoed and secures the Legend rank. So some incredibly sweaty battles in the upper 2900s, and Alright Rai secures the Legend rank. I really like this team because it is accessible for those who don't have access to XL, so it's a non-XL team, and it's an exceedingly bulky team, and I've found that bulk can be very helpful when you're playing against XL Pokemon, as that's typically what makes them very hard to beat, and he claims the rewards, gets the pose, and hits the Legend rank. So big congratulations to Alright Rai on hitting Legend. And now the second team is a team you guys have probably seen on the channel before. It is the good old-fashioned Gyarados, Lapras, and Giratina line, and these battles were submitted by Mr. Tennis. All right, hopping into the first match here, as you can see, he's in the 2990, so just needs a 3-2 to get the win, but it's not going to be easy because there is an XL Mandibuzz on the lead. Now, this is one situation where it can be tough for Gyarados. Gyarados is not the bulkiest Pokemon, and up against a Pokemon like Mandibuzz that just is so incredibly bulky, it can get a little tough. The nice thing is, Gyarados is able to do a large amount of damage, able to get the Mandibuzz very low, shielding up, so my guess is probably wants to at least get 1 shield down here. And now going for the Aqua Tail, my guess is we'll probably see the Mandibuzz match shields, which we do. Nice job throwing on CMP, and this will be getting rid of the Gyarados after a Snarl there. And in comes the Lapras. And Lapras does have to eat a move, but that's the beauty of Lapras. Lapras is an absolute tank, really doesn't have to worry about that. So there we go, Mandibuzz down. Hopefully that means Giratina will have a lot of play in the back. The opponent has a Superior. That is not something you see in Open every day. Going for the Ice Beam, gets the shield here, and now tries to catch unsuccessfully. That's unfortunate. The opponent has a Politoed in the back, so this is going to be a very tough bait game. If he's able to successfully shield the Blizzard, he should be able to pull this off, but if he gets baited, things will be looking very dire. So up against a triple XL team. All right, moment of truth. Do you call it or do you shield it? Shields it up, and it's a Weather Ball. Oh no, that is unfortunate. And that means that this is going to be the Blizzard. Blizzard comes through, that does huge damage. Oh man, you hate to see it. Able to land the Dragon Claw, but unfortunately Superior is just too healthy because these Dragon Claws don't do a whole lot, and with this big of a health disparity, this is going to be rough. Able to sack the Lapras, which is very nice, but unfortunately it's just not going to be enough, as they're able to get to the Frenzy Plant, and that is going to be taking out the Giratina. So in the 2990s, just needing a 3-2 to hit Legend, and unfortunately a bad shielding call ended up starting off 0-1. I mean, that'll happen to every trainer, but it can be frustrating when shielding a bait can be the difference between victory and defeat. Hopping into the next match, picking up a pretty decent lead versus a Shadow Machamp. You have to try not to get baited. As I said that he got baited, maybe I'm just bad luck with this. Does get baited, trade shields, and the opponent will be able to outpace here. They will reach the Rock Slide before he reaches the second Aqua Tail. So at this point, you definitely just shield up. Oh, but the opponent actually waited to throw the Rock Slide to force CMP. That's a very advanced play by the opponent. The opponent still shields it up though, brings in the Umbreon. Oh, and there's a bunch of lag, but able to catch onto the Lapras. May have wanted to get off an Aqua Tail from Gyarados onto the Umbreon, but unfortunately due to lag was not able to do so. So this is going to be rough because the Lapras versus Umbreon matchup is pretty even at even energy, but since the Umbreon has a 4-Snarl advantage, Lapras is not going to be able to win Switch here. They do have quite a bit of energy though, so long as they can just get off these moves, they can at the very least get it low enough and put it into Aqua Tail range. Oh no! Oh no, the Umbreon had more energy than they thought. This is going to take out the Lapras and not able to get the Surf off. So unfortunately lost track of how much energy they had, and they die with a Surf intact, and now they're not able to take out the Umbreon, as this move from Umbreon will be taking out the Gyarados. Oh, that is unfortunate as they get sniped by Machamp. In comes Giratina. Giratina able to farm down, and at this point hits the Dragon Claw, but they didn't bring in the Umbreon. They brought in a Galarian Stunfisk. That is absolutely heartbreaking there. So this is unfortunately looking like it may start out as an 0-2, which when you're in the 2990s is absolutely crushing. Although the Dream of Legend is not dead, but he will have to clinch 3 consecutive wins if he's wanting to hit Legend, which, to be fair, when you're up that high and you're that close to hitting Legend, as I mentioned in that first Legend set, the nerves can really get to you. So an 0-2 start, but let's see if Mr. Tennis can rally. Hopping to the third game against Blaine OSU, a fantastic Go Battle League content creator on Twitch, picking up a pretty neutral lead here versus a Shadow Snorlax. Now, facing the Shadow is a little bit worse because, man, those body slams do hurt quite a bit. And as you can see, the lick damage is no joke either. Deciding to shield it up, it is going to be the body slam there and able to get off the Aqua Tail, and this will not take it out. So they're going to be able to land another body slam on the Gyarados, but a very nice catch onto the Giratina, recognizing that either a body slam or a superpower are both going to be resisted, and now can just Shadow Claw all the way down here, which is fantastic. In comes a Cresselia, and this is great because this is where you want to see Cresselia on this particular team. So things are looking good as the Giratina is going to be able to just absolutely spam out the Shadow Sneaks, because as you can see on this team, it is running Shadow Claw, so it's doing a lot less fast move damage than with Dragon Breath, but you're able to get to charge moves way faster. Oh, and the opponent does a very nice catch onto a Swampert, catching the Shadow Sneak, but now Mr. Tennis gets to align his Gyarados with the Swampert, so things are looking good. This is a significantly better matchup for the Gyarados, and this is out of Hydro Cannon range, so the Swampert will have to throw 2 moves to take them out. First Hydro Cannon comes through, Swampert throwing right away, really not wanting to risk getting hit with another Aqua Tail. That does take them out, and waiting the clock a bit. I like this because you still have Giratina as a potential sack swap endgame. Now just farming up, going for the Surf to force a shield. I like this. Swampert has energy, able to force the shield, and now a tough shielding call to make. Shielding it up, trusting that it's the Earthquake. It is the Earthquake there, and the opponent concedes the match. So able to get the first win. 2 more to go. Cannot afford a loss in this set. Gyarados into Giratina. This is a great lead for the Gyarados. They save swap into Empoleon and counter swaps into the Giratina. And right off the bat, the Empoleon makes a huge mistake, as this tells the Giratina that you only have Drill Peck, because Empoleon does have access to Blizzard. So even if you don't have Blizzard, if you build up to it, sometimes you can psych out your opponents if you're switch locked into a Giratina and force a shield where they didn't need to shield. So right away, a big mistake from the opponent, and he should be in a pretty good position to capitalize, because since the Empoleon is stuck with Drill Peck, this is a very commanding matchup for Giratina. Going for the Dragon Claw here and going to try and Shadow Claw down afterwards. The opponent shields and then gives up switch advantage again. So now the opponent is down 2 shields and doesn't have switch advantage. So things are looking absolutely rough for this opponent. You have 2 shields. I think you probably just actually deciding not to shield there. Bold call for sure. So still saving the 2 shields for the Lapras. Able to do a ton of damage with that crunch. Empoleon comes out. Now at this point, you have to use the shield. Yep, that makes quite a bit of sense. And then I believe you can farm down here, because they should be energy dry and able to farm down. And it's a Swampert in the back. So able to even up the set. This is going to be a win. So 2-2. And all he needs to do now is win 1 more game, and the Legend rank will be his. Shields up the Hydro Cannon, because may as well use the shield at this point. Crunch is less efficient, but does more damage than a single Aqua Tail, so lands the Crunch. stays in, basically just forcing them to throw energy to take you out. And then Lapras, yeah, there's no way the Swampert wins this match. In comes the Lapras, and the opponent concedes the match. So it all comes down to this. Another Game 5 win, and it's legend. Lose, and you'll have to try again next time. All right, here we go. A Shadow Machamp lead. They're going to save swap into a Snarl Alolan Muck. Decides to get some chip damage with the Gyarados, and then my guess is we'll see a switch into Lapras. Very nicely done, as since Lapras has a shield advantage now, Lapras can afford to use a shield in this match, and they went for a Gunk Shot, so that is a huge shield there, and Lapras is going to be able to apply quite a bit of pressure with this Surf. Now granted, Lapras can survive any one move from Alolan Muck, but having that shield advantage is very nice, plus the Dragon Breath damage really adds up. And the opponent taking advantage of the offset switch timers and aggressively switching in the Machamp, so very nice play by the opponent, but the Lapras able to get off another Surf. This will be doing a lot of damage to the opponent's Machamp, gets it very low, and they snipe it with a Shadow Claw from Giratina. Alright, this is game on. Again, it all depends what they have in the back. They have an Alolan Muck, which we've already seen with energy. Definitely want to shield this up. Dark Pulse does quite a bit. And now, can they farm it down? Not wanting to take the chance of eating a Dark Pulse. So they're going to go for the Dragon Claw. Doesn't get the last shield, but in comes a Registeel, and this is absolutely perfect to see here as Gyarados absolutely walls Registeel. All charge moves are going to be resisted. And Giratina doesn't do too bad itself when it has Shadow Claw, as with Giratina's immense bulk, it can safely survive 2 Flash Cannons. Shadow Sneak coming through, able to get the shield, and now, yeah, this game is over. At this point, because this Flash Cannon will not KO, so you basically just throw your Shadow Sneak here, and then you switch into the Gyarados to preserve multiple Mons left alive in case it does go to a timeout situation, but Gyarados has a commanding matchup over Registeel, and when Registeel is below half health, there's just no chance that the Registeel has to win this match. Just going for the Aqua Tail right away, and this is going to be securing the win. So after starting down 0-2, able to clutch 3 consecutive wins in a row and going to be able to hit the legend rank. So all in all, congratulations to these 2 battlers. I'm really happy that you guys were able to hit the legend rank. And for those of you guys who are still trying to hit your goal this season, if you're looking to play in the Open Ultra League, these are 2 really strong non-XL teams that viewers of mine have used to, as you see here, hit the legend rank. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And let me know down in the comments, how has this season of GBL gone for you? Have you managed to reach your goals yet? Is that still a work in progress? I would love to hear about it. And a special thank you, as always, to our members here on YouTube. The support you guys provide is absolutely incredible. So thank you guys oh so very much. And until next time, I've been HomeSliceHenry.